Our next question is something that also deeply concerns the African American community here in St. Petersburg. We've heard a lot of dancing around investment, community relations, but if each of you could speak specifically as to your plan for reinvigorating economic development within the city, because as we know, no changes can be made without jobs. And please speak once again specifically to your plan for economic development for the African American community.
There's several things that we need to do in order to increase jobs here in Midtown. Number one is education. We need to make sure we do a better job of educating kids and adults so that they are ready for the jobs that hopefully we bring to the community.
In the African American community, there have been many tensions with police. Everything from profiling, led to the unfortunate incident with Trayvon Martin in Tampa, Florida, to now police being allowed to enter into the middle schools and high schools and arrest African American children for fighting, something that used to be held and handled inside of the school with referrals, detentions, in-school suspensions. And now these fights are leading to the police coming and arresting kids, and kids 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old, having criminal records based on scuffles that they get into in school.
What specific initiative makes your campaign and platform unique on your campaign for mayor? And that's for everyone.
Well, the overarching issue that I want to focus in on is economic development and jobs. And if you're going to focus on economic development and jobs, we have to do a better job with public education. Our schools have been, at the Times reported, are doing worse right now than they have in a long time in many other schools in Pinellas County. So we've got to do a better job with education. We've got to do a better job with neighborhoods. If we're going to entice businesses to come and locate here, they need to have a place to live that's vibrant and thriving. And
so I'm also representing University of South Florida St. Petersburg, and my question is going towards Kreisman and Joe Foster. And in great detail, in what ways are you going to reform the education system in great detail so we can have higher graduation rates?
I think it's important as I interact with Gibbs, and something you need to know that I think is the mayor's responsibility, is to rally the teachers. And I was fortunate enough, I was invited by Stephanie Atkins at Gibbs High School to address the incoming teachers and to make sure that we rallied them and to make sure that they knew how important they were and how important this year is. And I also did the same thing at Melrose Elementary and spoke to this new group of teachers, most of them all brand new.
All right. Before we continue, we just want to take 1 second to acknowledge our already elected officials. We have Representative Darrell Roussan in the building, another hard-working person for our community representing Florida. City Councilman Carl Nurse is also in attendance. Councilwoman Leslie Curon is here. There she is. And Assistant Chief of Police Luke Williams. As you can see, this forum is very, very legitimate. It's very important. I haven't seen this many other city representatives and state representatives at any other forum. So this is very important. If you have any questions, please. I know the line looks a little daunting, but be patient and we will get to you.
It should be used as a teaching moment. Because we need to change people's behaviors. And what you're experiencing in your neighborhood is something that you all are experiencing probably far more often than you should be in this community. We've got to change perceptions that are going on in this community. We've got to change artificial boundaries that exist in this community. Central Avenue should not be the Great Wall of China that people are...
In my high school, I was a part of SWAT team, 500 role models. I helped mentors probably some of your children. I tutored probably some of your children as well. And this whole campaign, my slogan is empowering voices to unite the community.
Mayor Bill Foster and Mr. Kreisman, I have a statement first. The two major industries in Pinellas County is healthcare and supportive services, as well as financial services.
Both industries bar employment for at least 7 to 10 years after conviction. Also,
I don't want you to answer this in words. I want you to answer it with a gesture. If you believe that global warming is real, raise your right hand.
I'm an ex-felon. I have all the credentials. I have about 7 certifications. I went to P-TECH, I went through PERK programs, I went through every program there is possible in Pinellas County, and I'm still not able to find a job. Pinellas County is number 4 on sending juveniles to prison. Is there anything that you're going to implement to help change that, give juveniles an opportunity to succeed in life and not give them the opportunity to fail in life?
Again, I think there are ways of incentivizing private businesses to give convicted felons an opportunity, and certainly in the city we can do the
But
same.
do you have an actual plan to actually address it? Or are you just going to say, I'm going to incentivize it? Is there an actual...
Word is equality. And what I envision is equality when it comes to job opportunities, equality when it comes to public education, equality when it comes to crime prevention, equality when it comes to neighborhoods and investments in neighborhoods and how the city spends its resources, and most importantly, it's equality when it comes to opportunities.
So again, we give our candidates a round of applause. Please give yourselves a round of applause for participating. And we just would like to thank those who are responsible and played a role in making tonight's events possible. The Child Spark Neighborhood Association, People United for Progress, the Power Broker Magazine, Agenda 2010 and Beyond, RGE Media, 909films.com. And I also would like to bring up a great friend of mine whose idea this was to have this forum. So come on up, let's recognize Jabbar Edmond. This was his idea, and this was his event. So let's give him a round of applause.